What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of Whiskey Talk with Three Dudes. Episode 70. What was it?
77.
Aha.
Happy Mother's Day to all the Mexican mothers.
That's right.
Yeah.
And by the
Feliz
way,
Dia de
this
las
is what we're
Madres.
drinking.
We're
We
drinking
usually have the
Pikesville.
bottle. We usually have the bottle up here so you guys can see it.
Yeah.
This is one of our favorites that we had at Winter Wonderland.
Pikesville Rye.
Yes.
Bottled at 110 proof, which is considerably higher than typically like Rittenhouse, which is one of our other favorites.
It is.
And I mean,
there it
the
is.
FEW rye was pretty damn good too.
It was.
This is definitely what was the first rye that we had that Eddie didn't really care for?
I think,
oh,
Templeton.
Templeton.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
didn't really like Templeton.
Templeton was more on the liquor side. This is more on like the cherry. Like to me, like when I try it, you get a lot of the, like even if you kind of like, to me if you smell it, like I get a lot of the cherry notes
Well, on the Pikes.
on this. Yeah,
Like
it almost smells like a
Yeah,
cherry
it
juice.
does actually.
Like what?
Now that I smell
like
it.
a cherry juice.
like the maraschino cherries,
A little bit, yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Like the medicine cherry?
No, not Tylenol cherry.
And the flavor, man, like just I get a lot. I get a lot of cherry, almost like a cherry Coke.
Yeah.
Distiller
yeah,
is
I see that.
Distiller's Heaven Hill, which by the way we tried the Heaven Hill, right? We had the Heaven Hill
The bottle and bond, yeah.
bottled in bond. So this is Distillery's Heaven Hill. It's 51% rye, 37% corn, 12% barley. The cask is in new charred oak, aged 6 years. Average price is about $50, which is about what the sticker says on top here.
Yeah, right around there.
$46.99.
Well worth it.
The color is crimson caramel. Nose is a dollop of rice spice accompanied by notes of caramel, vanilla, citrus peel, brown sugar, red licorice, wood, fruit, and a light herbal quality.
Now that it's sitting here, you know what I get? A lot of like, I mean, this really like reminds me just of an old fashioned just on its own. Like, I mean, I know there's not a lot of other notes on that would go in an old fashioned.
Yeah.
Other than maybe an orange peel,
Yeah.
but even then, like it still has the orange scent.
Yeah,
to
it does have the orange pill. Not that
little
you talk about it,
citrusy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even the taste though. When you,
It's so good, man.
it is good.
On the palate, by the way, this is off of the whiskeyjug.com. The palate, they say it's a velvety layer of rye spice followed by notes of caramel, marzipan, pepper, wood, red
Marzipan?
licorice. Yeah, mazapan.
Órale.
Herbal notes and citrus frosting.
See, like when he says red licorice, to me that's what this reminds me of. More like the red vines.
Light bits of bits of earth. I'm going blind. Leather and fruit add nice accents to an already multidimensional whiskey. The finish is long, spicy, and accented by notes of wood, toffee, and citrus spiked chocolate. This is honestly, wasn't it voted like the best rye in the nation?
I think so.
I don't know if it was the first or the second best. That's what the
This had a little tag on it that had Rye of the Year and number 2 World Whiskey of the Year by Jim Murray's Whiskey Bible in 2016. Double gold in the San Francisco World Spirit Competition in 2015.
that's saying a lot for number 2 in the world
Yeah,
whiskey.
yeah. It's man, yeah.
And it's not expensive.
Not really.
It's not. I mean, compared to like those what's the one we tried that was really expensive? That's like 2,000 something.
When we went to go to the tasting?
Yeah,
Oh yeah. We tried the Pappy Van Winkle.
Pappy. Yeah, I mean this is really good.
I
Pappy
mean,
was cool, but it wasn't like something like, oh, I got to get it.
It
Yeah.
wasn't, dude. There's so much hype to it, and quite honestly, like, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
to say like, oh, you can spend $2,000 on this bottle, or you can spend it on multiple bottles.
Multiple
I
bottles.
would go with the multiple bottles.
I would go
Yeah, I
with multiple
agree.
bottles as well.
I agree.
I mean, there's just so much more to enjoy. I mean, and this would definitely be in that collection of stuff you'd pick up for $2,000.
Oh,
That's for sure. You know,
sure.
there's actually I was reading another thing. We have to try to find this. Rittenhouse bottled in bond.
I haven't seen that.
I haven't seen it either. Unless Unless the regular Rittenhouse is bottled in malt, but I don't think so. I don't remember seeing
I
that.
think we still have that bottle here.
We still have a bottle of Rittenhouse.
I don't know if it'll.
Yeah, it should be in the bottom. If I remember when we were putting them away.
Which, by the way, I don't know if you guys noticed our new setup. We got the new little. We got the monkey with the banana gun. That was in. That's courtesy of Rebecca. She had this for a long time. She's
Thanks,
like,
Rebecca. That
I
actually.
don't have the. She's like, it doesn't go with my theme in my place anymore. So she's like, I don't know what to do with it. I was like, I'll take it.
Yeah.
Put it in our. So let's see, and then we picked this up here and then just spray painted it so it looks like brand new. Right.
Yeah, it was
Nothing
like this
fancy.
weird silver color before. It
was like silver and purple
not
or
good.
something.
Yeah.
And then so that way it looks a little bit more organized, a little bit better.
Yeah, and then
I'm trying to find that bottle.
I am too.
it has to be there though, because I remember I seen it. It's the one.
Yeah, I'm trying to look for
I
it.
don't know.
I can't spot it.
Anyway,
it should be.
Let me see. There's an easier way to do this. If we just
looking online.
yeah, just to look
Oh,
at
how does it look? The label.
Rittenhouse bottled in bond.
Oh, it's right here. Look, it is bottled in bond. It's right there.
Oh,
Hold on.
okay. No. Oh, okay. They changed their label. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, then the standard Rittenhouse that we enjoyed was a bottled in bond. But yeah, this is a little bit higher proof. It's aged a couple years longer than the Rittenhouse, so you're basically paying an extra, 20, about an extra $20 on top. Well worth it in either respect. They're both very enjoyable.
Very.
But this Pikesville is quite tasty.
I don't know if we were talking about it before we started recording or while we were recording, but we were commenting how this would be good in a cocktail. Just
Yeah, it would
in
actually.
old fashioned or my favorite Sazerac.
This is one that we discussed it because this was probably of the tastings that they were giving out, this is probably one of our favorites, and we all kind of unanimously agreed that we enjoyed this more. I tried Jack Daniels was there, and I tried their Sinatra Select. Man, quite honestly, for a bottle that's well over $120.
It was like $250, wasn't it, for the Sinatra Select?
I'm not sure, but I don't know that it was necessarily like
It
something
wasn't
I
that
would pick
great.
up.
It wasn't that great.
It's just it's the brand name. It's Jack. Everybody knows Jack.
Everybody
Daniels.
knows Jack Daniels. Everybody knows Frank Sinatra. So
Like, don't get me- it was good, but it wasn't like close to $200 good.
no.
Interestingly enough, Whiskey Jug says that in addition to being an absurdly tasty sipper, Pikesville Rye is an insanely good cocktail whiskey.
Mm-hmm.
Says it makes a really good, a really sensational Manhattan. I'm kind of interested to try this in a cocktail.
Yeah.
If I ever see it like at a bar, and that's one of my choices for ryes.
Which it should be fairly common. I've seen it in bars. I mean, it's not uncommon to see it at bars.
The Pikesville?
Yeah.
No, I
don't think I've seen it
I haven't seen it either.
for myself.
I've seen it at a couple places. I forget where, but I've seen it at a couple places.
I'm gonna keep an eye out now
Yeah.
for this thing.
Yeah.
So let's see, Prohibition.
Quite honestly, not very many places like prominently display their rye for some reason. Maybe because they're using Rittenhouse. I don't. And
It's
they
an
think
acquired
like
taste, really.
For Rittenhouse?
Well, just ryes
Rye in general.
That's true.
I mean,
And I
'cause-
could say an experience because I don't really like ryes. Like I have to really like. Well, I like this one because it's sweet, and you know how I like bourbon. Bourbon's kind of sweet too.
Yeah.
And then this one's
Grab that.
It's not too sweet though.
Grab that Rittenhouse.
no.
All right, let me grab it. Oh, you want to compare?
Yes.
We're gonna compare.
Oh no.
So I hope everybody's week is going great. Right now,
I don't know that I would say it's been great.
no, it's one of those days.
Well, my mom called me this morning, and it's not a good sign when your mom calls you crying in the morning. My uncle passed away.
Oh, sorry to hear that.
Sorry to
man.
hear that. Huh?
Yeah, for
so
sure.
My
That's why I
condolences.
was on the phone like for a while because I was talking to my brother, checking up on my mom, see how she is.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, that's difficult.
it's terrible.
Yeah,
Different.
How old
way
was your
different.
uncle?
56.
Young.
young, very young.
Do you mind me asking what he passed away from?
Heart attack, I think.
Wow.
Dude.
He had high blood pressure for a long time.
Yeah.
And I mean, there was on 2 occasions where we lived like within like we're pretty much close neighbors. He's a really good guy. And it's a bummer to hear to learn that.
The good die young man.
Yeah, I mean he was working hard to achieve his dream, which is I think he was planning on building his own home from scratch, and he was pretty close to that goal, and ended up not working out, you know. But luckily, he survived by 2 of his sons who will pretty much take over the family business, and they know what they're doing, and they have a lot of work. So, yeah, that's pretty much it.
Rittenhouse is more spirit forward.
Yeah.
Pikesville is
There's a lot more.
a lot more going on.
It's almost not fair drinking them side by side, quite honestly, because Rittenhouse by itself is good, but Pikesville just kind of blows it away.
It's a little more complex. There's a lot more going on.
And it's funny because
entertaining to
this is bottled at 100 proof.
Yeah,
and
I tried it.
That's at 110,
110.
and definitely more spirit forward on this.
Yeah.
On the Rittenhouse.
It's more enjoyable.
Yeah, that one.
There you
Yeah,
go.
It's more enjoyable trying
this
to,
one is
sipping it.
but it's a little. You could taste the rye more on this one than this one.
Really?
It's more dry.
I think
Well, my
on both
end,
of
I don't
them,
know.
it's just there's a lot more. Like you get more of the alcohol burn,
Yeah.
Yeah.
even when you.
It's
how much
more-
those?
What? Sorry. What's the proof on that one?
110.
110.
Oh, and that's 100.
Yep.
Huh. Interesting. Total mind blown.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
Why is it that this one's more flavorful than that one then? Well, me.
It's magic, bro. It's alchemy.
Wait, which one? Which one is more flavorful?
This one.
The
Pikesville?
Pikesville?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it's a couple of extra years. I mean, 2 years is quite a bit in aging time on new oak barrels. So I'm sure that probably has a lot to do with it.
Maybe the I'm sorry. I'm gonna grab the bottle again because I want to see where Pikesville's from. Where's that from? Do you know? Is it Indiana?
I don't think no,
right?
It's not that. I don't think that's it. That's MGP. I think that's its own distillery.
Because it also depends on
The weather.
the locate. Oh, you know what? They're both from the same place,
Yeah,
and they're both from
they're both from the same distiller.
Heaven Hill
They're
Distillery.
both they're
Really?
both from the
Oh.
same distiller. I was thinking about it. I'm like, no, they're both Heaven Hill.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
I wonder what the. Hold on, let me check on. Because let me see. All right, so for Pikesville,
I wonder if people are having different trying to watch.
So check this out. What's up?
Well, people are having trouble watching our podcast.
Why?
are they?
I don't know. Well, just keep it on.
Let me see.
So I'm in on Breaking Bourbon under the value section. This is what they have listed. They're like Pikesville comes in at double the price of a Rittenhouse bottled in bond, which is a steep price to pay for what is essentially 2 additional years of aging and 10 additional proof points. Pikesville does deliver a more refined experience. I agree. This is not a knock against Pikesville, but more a nod to Rittenhouse bottled in bond for being a fine rye in and of itself at a really affordable price point. Okay. I give it that. The thing about the rye market is that it's easy for a product to carve out its niche, even in a price range where there's competition, and Pikesville does face some competition in this price range from other quality ryes such as High West Rendezvous Rye, which we haven't tried, double rye barrel aged variants, and even E.H. Taylor Rye. Haven't tried that one. Well, these ryes might offer more complex. Well, see, here's the thing. Now I'm interested because he's saying, while these ryes might offer a more complex, in-depth, what Pikesville brings to the table is a really easy to drink, full flavored rye with less polarizing flavor profile than the other categories.
I was trying to see what the mash bill is. I have a Pikesville mash bill. I don't know if you could look up Rittenhouse's mash bill. Because the mash bill for Pikesville is 51% rye, 37% corn, 12% barley. So I wonder if the Rittenhouse mash bill is different.
Rittenhouse mash bill, 51% corn or 51% rye, 37% corn, 12% malted barley.
That's the same.
Yeah.
That's just odd.
2 additional
you
years
guys were
and
doing
water. That'll do it.
That's awesome.
I mean, think about it. You're watering it down by an additional 5%.
Right.
Actually, yeah, 5%. So there's 5% more water in Rittenhouse, and it's 2 years younger. Even from the same distillery, you're gonna notice that. I think.
Hey, what's up, Kiki? I just saw Kiki's
Yeah,
post right here.
right
Hey,
now.
buddy, we have to have you back on, man.
For sure.
Whenever you're free,
yeah.
bud. But yeah, dude, hey, going back to your uncle and heart attacks. I mean, it's crazy. I mean, my ex father-in-law. I mean, he just passed away recently from that as well too, from a heart attack. It's just
Yeah.
it's scary, and it's gotta take care of yourself. And even then, I mean, it just comes out of nowhere, you know.
Yeah.
You don't even. Yeah.
So it's
It's
Yeah,
funny
so-
because you say that because I'm not, but my uncle on Sunday or Saturday night he had pain on his chest.
Yeah.
Everything. Well, thank to God, everything. He went to the hospital. And stuff,
Yeah.
but it's just crazy. Like you don't know when.
Yeah. No, he's had high blood pressure for a long time, and he was also diabetic, and it's just one of these things that, like,
multiple complications.
yeah. Plus, working a lot, not sleeping well, all these things, like
Sleep is very important, man.
Yeah. So
I was watching a TED talk on how to how to trick your body. Well, not trick your body, but how to be able to fall asleep.
Right.
And it was this guy. I think he was like a drummer or something, but he had trouble sleeping.
Mm-hmm.
And so what he had figured out was, your body, I guess, works at a certain rhythm. So he started like tapping his hands on his thighs at a certain rhythm,
yeah.
right? And then breathing too, So he would do deep breaths and then release them.
I've heard that in terms
heard
of like
that-
focusing
that-
on your
yeah,
breathing and stuff
exactly.
like
Focus
that.
on breathing and the rhythm. And he's like, so he tried that for a bit, and then he's like, so I just closed. He's like, I just closed my eyes, just to close them for a minute. And next thing you know, I woke up, 7 hours later, 8 hours later in the morning.
Yeah.
And he's been doing that ever since.
That does work because I remember I tried it once when I went to go do my blood pressure, and I just closed my eyes and just like, just relax my whole body.
Yeah.
And then usually what we used to do when we used to run, remember?
Yeah.
There's a point when you're running and you're like tense, but then if you breathe in and breathe out, the whole tense goes away and you just relax.
Yep.
Yeah.
Thanks, Carlos. Appreciate that. I'm trying to work on the background.
Yeah.
He said the background looks legit now.
Nice.
And for a while, we just had the flag and like a big white wall. I know my buddy Randy, he was like, dude, you need to either paint the wall or something. Cause
Yeah.
But we're getting there little by little, man.
I think this one worked out really good.
Right. Yeah.
We'll find some more stuff to add
hilarious.
to it. Why not?
Yeah.
Make it look
That
like
was awesome.
a Chevy's. Hey, what's up, buddy?
What's going on, man?
Come on down,
up?
man. It's
What's going on, dude?
had some
What up, Mika?
Hey, what's happening, dude?
Yeah, watch out.
Come on. Say hi, dude. Don't be camera shy. How you doing, sir? The mystery hand.
Yeah.
Mystery hand.
What's up, dude? Long time no see, man. How you been?
What's up, girl?
Come on down, man. It's Alex. You guys have seen Alex before.
Yeah, he's been
Yeah.
here before.
Drinking Pikesville Rye, if you'd like some. It's pretty delicious.
It is.
Pikesville.
Would you like to taste? Here you go. Just go for it, man. I know where your mouth has been.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
that's what's worrying.
Wow.
Fuck. Grab a seat, man. You're not gonna grow anymore.
No.
You can sit in that chair there. It's cool. It does.
Does it not? Yeah, it sure does.
In the best of ways.
How's everybody doing?
Good, man.
Fantastic. You might want to get the mic up to.
With my mouth.
Oh, damn it.
is the
It's
back.
loose.
So what?
Tighten the,
Oh, this thing.
yeah.
Okay.
Just tighten that.
Fly whip.
Oh man, it's got that flaccidness to it.
Yeah. We'll sprinkle some Viagra on it. Keep it up.
In liquid form, Viagra in liquid form.
Yeah.
You guys talking about me or what?
Oh, yeah, all the time, bro.
Were your ears ringing or what?
Fuck.
See, you're wearing blue like your favorite pill.
Hell yeah. That's right.
That was a good one.
That's how I hold the steering wheel, bro. Just saying.
Don't text and drive.
No. Exactly.
What are you drinking there? You got coffee in there or what?
Oh, no. It's just some vodka. And
Vodka
Just.
and what? Just
just some vodka, bro.
vodka.
Oh, we gotta get you a cup.
strawberry.
So we got Rittenhouse in here. I don't know if you want to kill this Rittenhouse. This is
Kill it? Yeah, sure.
and then we'll
We'll pour you some.
rinse it with. Actually, I want to add some water to it. Actually,
Here.
I don't
Shit,
think I,
right there.
That's the only reason that one.
You know what? I forgot to bring out the ice. But I'm not gonna go get it.
I don't know if I want to put ice.
No,
in
I
this.
don't know
No,
either.
it's actually pretty good right now, the way it is.
That's
Check
actually
it out.
That's a different one. We
it
like.
tastes really good.
Yeah, we like that one, but we like the
That was good,
Pikesville a little bit more. I think they're both good. Grab it, dude. Don't be shy.
Do you want to rinse out the cup?
Nah, I shouldn't need to.
No.
Or yeah, you can just rinse it out and pour it in there if you want.
Here. All right, so I added a drop of water to this. Let's see what happens.
Don't mind us. We're new here. We haven't done this before.
I like that. See, it doesn't waste it.
Yeah, there you go.
Nope.
I was talking about the top. That's pretty cool. That's the first bottle I've seen that actually does that, where like the whole thing is cork.
It mellows it out.
I
It
bet.
does it with the water?
Oh yeah. Just it was a tiny drop too. Do you want to try it with the drop?
Yeah, why not? Fuck it.
The finish isn't as long.
I'm all right with that as long as it, changes it for the better. We'll see. See if it makes it more enjoyable.
No, well, people argue that when you add water, you said like you said right now, it makes it for the better.
Some of them,
Some
some
of
of them
them.
do, some of them don't.
Yeah,
we have
there's-
perfect examples for both.
Yeah, there's one that we tried that it was like completely like nope.
There's one that the only way I would drink it is if I added a drop of water to it.
Oh, really?
Which
Yeah.
one's that?
Contradiction.
Oh yeah.
It's good by
I
itself.
like them both though. I like it both by itself.
It's good by itself, but if you have it available, why wouldn't you? It makes it so much better. It doesn't make sense not to. That's a blend. The contradiction is a blend of a high rye whiskey and a high wheat whiskey.
Yeah. I was talking to my buddy Brian, and he's like, he's like, I just barely heard about blends. I was like, yeah, it's a thing.
Ooh,
What'd you think of it?
that is good.
Right?
With the water?
Yeah,
With just a little small amount of water.
yeah, it does. It makes it better, I think.
Did you add some, or you want some more?
I want some more.
Yeah, because you only have. Don't add water to that. You have like 2 drops of, of rye in there left.
So you were gonna have a game today, Eddie. What happened?
Well, they canceled because it was raining.
Which
So,
tripped me out.
Was it actually raining, or is it like it had just rained, so they don't want?
no, they said it since the beginning. Okay, so this league that I was gonna put my son in, one of the parents was telling me, oh, they play every Friday, so it's $5. You have to pay the referee, so everybody,
pitches in. Yeah.
So I was like, okay, that's awesome. So he told me, and then all of a sudden, he texts me. He's like, hey, it's canceled until next week when it doesn't rain. I was like, okay, cool. So now he tells me, he's like, oh, we want to do practices once a week. I was like, okay, well, let me know what week you want to do, and we'll do a practice and then the game. But I haven't heard back. But I think it's interesting. It's good for, my son Isaac, because again, it's a little bit more competitive.
Yeah.
And I think that's what they need, because AYSO, it's awesome, it's cool, but they need to be a little bit more competitive.
But is it
Very
really?
true.
Is it cool?
It is.
Is it really?
It is. And the only thing is, it's friendly. All the kids
Yeah.
have fun. That's the most important part.
Right.
That is the important part.
That is the important part. The competitiveness. Wow.
Competitiveness.
Wow.
There was a lot of letters added to that.
Wow. Well, anyways, the
Stuttering
competitiveness
Stanley.
of it. I think it should be a little bit more, which they do it when they do Harupa Cup. That's when it gets a little bit more like, intense and stuff. But I think they should do a little that more in the beginning of the season. And I think they should give you at least 3 weeks to train the kids before they start their first game instead of giving you a week. I don't know. But I know I get it. I get it.
I think
I
you're just
get
being a
it.
bitch.
Maybe.
I'm just kidding.
I've been doing it for a long time,
But what do you? Yeah, exactly.
and I really think that, like you said, ASO is just the friendly sport. Just
you.
so you get your kid out there and
no,
exercise.
yeah, that's true. That's
Okay.
true. That's true.
You want to get into competitive
Go to club.
sports? Go to clubs.
Yeah.
It's probably
You want that,
yeah.
but you gotta have time.
Yeah.
You gotta
And-
have.
time and
But
money.
now, have you heard that now they're going to club teams?
They are, but what they are, exactly what those club teams are the best of what ASO has.
Okay.
So they're picking like the all-star team, and
Right.
saying, okay, yeah, now we have a division for U5 or 10-year-olds and
And now,
12-year-olds or
actually,
whatever it is.
I was thinking of getting the certification to do that,
Mhm.
but I'm like, Not until I find Isaac where he's in that level, I'll
Mhm.
go into that second step. And if he doesn't, it's fine with me. I don't care.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But I was like, I'm gonna hold back and see how he does and see how the whole thing is.
Well, just a lot of it, man. Is a lot of push.
So ASO is more like an introductory type thing. Let's
It is.
Yeah,
feel
it
this
is.
out. Like,
Very-
do you
yeah,
like this? Do you not
exactly.
like this?
Yes. That's
Nice.
exactly what it is.
It makes sense because they're
Yeah.
more like they're trying to be more popular. You know, they want more kids to participate, whereas maybe not all of them are competitive. More of them will
Right.
participate,
Mm-hmm.
and
It's exactly it.
if they enjoy it, then yeah, why not put them in something
What I
that's a bit more competitive?
Don't understand is why do you gotta give them a fucking trophy? Like really? Like if your fucking team
so maybe like a-
really sucks, like my
Yeah.
son's not gonna get a trophy.
So maybe like a
I'm not
ribbon.
gonna just hang that. Maybe a ribbon.
Ribbon.
Yeah.
I think
Oh,
ribbon's
ribbons-
acceptable.
Ribbons are all right, or just just to give them a little bit of appreciation. You know what?
Mhm.
You gave your good effort. Yeah, okay, yeah. You fucking play with the fucking
You know-
flowers half the fucking time, but you know what? You did okay. You did
you
all right. You know,
know-
it's just
you know-
You
because
showed up.
Yeah, you showed up. You know, you didn't skip my
And
practices.
you know
or
what
nothing
though?
like that. You know what?
Showing
That's
up
cool.
it's a big deal though.
Yeah,
It is a
that's
big deal.
half-
It's a fucking big deal. And
It
that's
is a
what
big
parents,
deal.
a lot of parents don't
Yeah.
understand that
Yeah.
shit. He's like,
Mhm.
oh yeah, it's fucking sign my kid up, and you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna fucking drop him off with this coach, and then just fucking walk away.
That's one thing. I think that's one thing that people like.
No.
Even in schools, like with teachers, it's like they think like the teachers need a parent. It's like no, you need a parent.
Yeah,
I'm just here to teach.
No,
Yeah,
no,
like
I know. Yeah.
that was my biggest thing. Is like last weekend, Victoria had a gymnastics class, and but she had a thing for work, and she asked me, she was like, "Are you still gonna take her to her class?" I was like, "Yeah, why not?"
Right.
Like, I mean, and I make it a point to go to her classes. Yeah, she's not great at it. I mean, it's not like she's doing backflips or anything, but she's learning. She enjoys it.
There, and that's it. She enjoys it.
She's
you know?
4 years old.
and
You know, I
nobody-
don't expect. I mean, it's not China or anything. They're not like
Right.
making them like they're not forcing them to be Olympians at this early of an age.
Yeah.
But, she has fun. She likes it.
Speaking of China and stuff, I watched this video of So I like watching this video with these guys that they both play violin really well. They're both
I know who you're talking
Chinese. I don't know what it's called.
about. I know who you're talking. I've seen them because like
Yeah.
they're like.
So
I know who you're talking about.
They review people playing violins and
Yeah.
stuff, and
Yeah.
and so they reviewed this girl. She's not Chinese though. She's South Korean, 12 years old, playing like this insanely difficult technical song, and the song is beautiful. And I was watching, I was like, holy crap! Like this is incredible. The skill, just trying to think the amount of hours and discipline that it takes to be able to play that type of music.
Yeah.
Like at 12 years old, like
What kind of music?
professional violin.
Oh, okay.
You know, what was that
Sorry.
song of Charlie Daniels? The devil went down.
Uh,
It wasn't that song though.
yeah.
No.
She wasn't. She didn't
I
go.
forgot the name of the song, but that song was incredible. Y'all should talk about aliens. Let's be honest, they're real. Yeah, they are real, and they're illegal, and
Yeah.
they're and they're here.
Yeah.
I think
No.
that's part. As much as they're making a big deal, as much as they're making a big deal about this whole vaccination thing,
Uh-huh.
and forcing people, and the measles outbreak and this and that,
Yeah,
it's like that's one of the things that like people will always bring up when they're talking about vaccinations is herd immunity. It's like, yes, herd immunity
yeah,
also keeps in fact that you're not letting in random people with unknown medical histories
Right.
to that herd.
which does contribute to it. But going back to aliens, I don't know how I feel. Like I used to think that they were real, like they could be a possibility because of all these pictures, different eyewitnesses. But I'm not sure though. I'm not so sure whether it is real or not. It could be maybe some government experiment where they got new technology that they're doing now. Who knows? I don't know, Melissa. What's your opinion on that?
She's talking about aliens.
Yeah,
not
I know,
illegal.
I know,
It's
not
just
illegal
funny.
aliens. I know.
That's funny.
I know,
But yeah,
but I do find it entertaining to watch like those ancient alien shows like on History Channel or just watch videos of because there's some weird stuff that people catch on camera. You know,
I guess.
it's and I
Yeah,
have seen
yeah,
myself like seen
yeah,
some lights or
yeah.
whatever like in the
I-
night where
Yeah.
Damn.
like I've seen one light where it's like it was moving slow and then it stopped and then it reversed really fast and then it went back and then it just shot up.
Do
and
you
took
really
off.
think they're extraterrestrial?
I saw that with my own eyes. I don't know if it was an extra. Like I said, it could be.
You sure it wasn't
you know
an
what's funny?
LSD flashback?
You know, over there by your
That's
by your
crazy.
house last time,
Yeah.
I was driving like 2 weeks ago, and I was driving, and I all of a sudden I seen like a balloon coming up in the back. I was like, "What the fuck is that?"
Uh-huh.
I didn't want to go over there.
What? Were you scared?
I don't know.
blame
Have you seen scary movies?
Of course.
Why are you gonna walk towards the fucking trouble?
Yeah.
Walk away from
Or the sound. What was the sound? I'm not gonna go investigate.
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. Well, anyways, I saw that shit. I was like, "What the
Yeah.
fuck?" And it was late at night. I think it was like 11 o'clock, and it was there for like a while.
Mm-hmm.
It was just interesting. I don't know.
It was the balloon.
But you didn't
it
go
looked
look.
like a balloon. I know.
This
No.
story has no payoff.
No, it doesn't actually.
Because you didn't look.
You didn't
Yeah,
get
right.
raped or anything.
Which is
You didn't get anally probed.
You can't rape the willing. So
Oh, that's true. That's
you
true.
can't rape the willing.
But I mean-
if you go over there, you know what you're signing up for.
That's true. That is very true.
weren't they supposed to weren't they supposed to be like releasing certain files that were like what's it called,
Classified?
classified files, like
Probably. I don't know, man.
I was like in 2020 or something like that. They're supposed to release certain files like some like blue book. I don't know
Oh,
what it
Area
was.
51 kind of thing, or
Something like that with like the Air Force.
Or
stuff
who
like that.
really killed JFK?
So there
Well,
are UFOs
Yeah.
and UFOs are real. That's unidentified flying objects because they don't know what the fuck they are.
Yeah, they don't know what it is.
No, I think the like the B-52, like that was a UFO for a certain period of time. You know that was out like in the 50s.
that
Like
wasn't Independence Day.
stealth bombers.
The stealth bombers.
Yeah, stealth bombers. Like that was technology that was out like in the 50s and stuff.
That's
you know.
crazy.
Well, that's
though.
the thing.
That's crazy.
That's the thing that a lot of people will bring up too.
Yeah.
Is like right around that same time of the Roswell crash, there was a big boom in technology and how we did things and like discoveries and inventions and stuff like that. So a lot of people will attribute it to that. That
Yeah.
maybe we found technologies, at the crash site that we didn't know and we just replicated them.
Yeah,
That's also a possibility. I don't
mean,
know.
it's a possibility.
Yeah.
I
it's
I
true.
mean, yeah, I wouldn't rule it out as a possibility.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I wouldn't rule it out as a possibility that the aliens are fucking with their lights right now. That's also possible.
Oh, did you ever figure that out?
Update. I
Okay.
did figure out the lights. So I found out that our transformer down two
Optimus-
poles,
Uh-huh.
it's bad. So I have to change it. So, they
So-
give me 3 months to change it. He's
so-
like, "Oh, give me like around 3 months. We'll change it." Edison said that.
So it's not a transformer; it's a Decepticon because it's bad.
Yeah, exactly. exactly.
I see.
That's what it is.
So you have Decepticon, not a transformer.
Exactly. It's-
I see what it is.
Yeah. I gotta get a transformer to fight the Dead Like,
Get with it,
yeah,
man.
That's right.
Yeah.
I've been drinking a little bit too much.
I can tell.
I mean,
Fuck.
I mean, back on the whole alien thing. Like there have been a few like eyewitnesses and stuff. Like even in Mexico, like what was his name? Jaime Maussan.
Your dad?
Not my my dad. My dad is Cesar Milan.
Oh, okay.
That's my
Cesar
dad.
Milan, yeah.
Oh, no,
that's Carlos's
Carlos's
uncle,
uncle. Yeah.
which his wife passed away. God rest her soul.
His
But
his
yeah,
uncle-in-law. Yeah.
uncle-in-law. Yeah, right.
Yeah. I saw him at Costco one time.
Oh, you did?
It was weird because that's the first time I had seen him, and he was like he didn't have a beer in his hand.
Yeah.
You didn't recognize him at first.
Yeah, yeah.
Like wait a second.
And then he was looking at the beer. She's like, "Oh, what's going on?"
Now I know.
No, he had a soda. He was getting soda from the because I guess he got a hot dog at the Costco place, so the food place. That's where I saw him. I was like, oh shit.
That's crazy.
Yeah, man. So I mean, like videos like that, like in Mexico,
Yeah.
like they record. And even in Mexico, there's some crazy stuff where they have like this witch.
Oh, I've seen that.
have you seen those? Like
yeah,
a person floating in the air,
yeah.
and
I've
then
seen that.
and then you have that satellite,
The real.
the Black Knight or whatever, that's floating around. It's like thousands of years old, and they don't know how it got into.
Oh
our-
yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
That's
or like
right.
sometimes
I still
like you'll see the
yeah.
videos with like the big like the lights that'll just turn on, and like it looks like something just gigantic floating in the sky.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck is that? Like,
I mean, so there's a lot of crazy shit out there, right? And we don't know.
I don't know.
Well, no,
I
well,
won't
yeah.
say it's impossible. I won't say it's fake. It may be something that actually exists, but maybe
plausible.
not in the form that we think it exists. Like,
It could be another dimension. I'm talking about like demons type stuff. Like, who knows? That's also a
yeah,
possibility.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Could
that's
be
true.
anything. Could be anything.
A whole nother dimension. I mean, it's an interesting topic. It's not. I used to be super into it before. I know my dad's still into it, but
I mean,
me not so much anymore.
yeah, I don't know. It's not something. It's one of those things that like I
You
was
think they
watching
look
this
just
YouTube.
like us?
Huh?
You think aliens look just like us?
Probably
I
not.
doubt it.
I always thought when I was growing up, when they talked about aliens, I was like, probably we're the aliens.
I mean,
Well, yeah.
To some, I mean,
It's a very vast universe.
Well,
So,
to a certain degree, that
I mean, if you believe that space is real, actually.
well, you gotta. Some people understand that aliens are not they're not actually from outer space. They're actually just demons. That's how some people
and
perceive that.
that's what I've heard. Like a whole different dimension, right?
Yeah, they're just demons. They're not.
Yeah,
They're not here
yeah.
to help. They're here to harm, and they here to corrupt. So they're demons.
So that's why they put things in your butt.
They corrupt your.
That's
bubble.
true. That's true.
Damn.
So
true.
that's how
Wow.
you. So that's how you corrupt things. Is you put things in their butt.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
I
Are you the
said,
test
what?
subject?
Huh?
Are you the test subject?
The test subject? No, they just put shit in my mouth.
Nah, just.
I mean, close enough. Close enough. Your breath smells like shit.
I
So.
just fucking with you.
Like what? That was after. He put it in Eddie's butt.
They didn't wash. They didn't wash their hands.
They didn't.
Damn.
Always sanitize.
They don't know about that. Oh my god.
But that's what they say. Though. I'm just saying.
I mean, yeah.
I heard different opinions about that, and if you listen, like I said, if you listen to
Yeah.
all kinds of different talk show hosts,
I'm telling
talk
you,
shows,
dude.
and late night.
As far as like abduction movies, one of my favorites is Fire in the Sky.
I don't
I've
know
never
if I
seen
saw
that.
No, so
Yeah.
it's
That's
a
a-
story of some loggers, I think in Oregon or probably Washington, one of those states with a bunch of trees. Definitely not California. We don't have a lot of trees.
The trees are all dead, ready to burn.
No, it's because stoners smoke them all.
That's
So
Mother's love.
Speaking of,
Sorry.
Oregon has a surplus of the other kind of trees. Bro.
right, so we'll talk about that soon. But yes, so it's a story about these loggers, and so it was, I think it was like 4 or 5 of them, and they witnessed like this aircraft that landed, and of course it was white guys.
So they went to go investigate.
One of them did. So actually no, 4 or 5 of them did. So they all went to go investigate, but one of them actually tried. He went up to the actual aircraft, and of course he was abducted. The other ones were like, "We're white, but not that white."
So they kept their distance.
So they kept their distance, and so yeah. So and everybody's in that party. Everybody's story was was the same.
They
Of
put-
what happened.
They put things in their butt, and what else?
Yeah, stuff like that. Yeah.
I mean,
pretty wild.
it seems weird to me.
Like a
Like
probing party.
Probing.
Sounds like a party.
it seems weird to me that like for if you believe that they would be such an advanced race of intelligent beings.
Mhm.
Like you would think that they would have better diagnostics equipment than having to go through somebody's butt.
Very true.
Yeah.
And
Very
poking
true.
stuff in someone's eye. Yeah.
No, that was Terminator 2.
No,
That was
was it?
Yeah.
The T-1000.
Oh,
Yeah,
that
like that,
was.
just
Yeah.
freaking-
That's true. That's
That was
true.
badass, dude.
But yeah,
That's
I
just,
mean,
that shit's just weird to me. I mean, I don't know. Totally believe that shit. Maybe they got just fucking a roofied and they just got it up the butt by,
They
Bill-
just had a
Bill
wild
Cosby.
party
Out the
and
butt.
shit.
Yeah.
by some lumberjack. Oh, it's an alien. That motherfucker's just bringing foil for some fucking reason.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
just
They
those
woke
things-
up. They woke up with sore buttholes, and they had
Yeah.
to explain them somehow.
they just made up a story.
Yeah.
That's funny.
What was your
I mean-
story, Eddie?
Five
You.
Five
Wow.
loggers. 5 loggers in the
Escalated
wood.
quickly.
Yeah.
5 loggers in the wood, and one woke up with a sore butt. Let's come up with a story.
Yeah.
But
Fuck.
but going back to the whole Oregon thing, they legalized a certain
Oh no, that's Colorado.
Colorado.
Yeah,
Wait.
Colorado.
What kind of trees are you talking about in Oregon?
Countries.
Oh, no, I was. Huh? I was talking about their surplus of weed that they have.
Oh,
that they
surplus
have.
of trees.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yes,
Yeah,
they do
that's
have
Colorado.
Female.
They just legalized mushrooms.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yes.
That's pretty awesome. I mean, I know that I've seen
The magic mushrooms.
yeah.
Yeah.
I watched a documentary of a guy.
Decriminalized it.
I watched a
Mhm,
documentary of a
mhm.
guy that would get like really bad cluster headaches, and even to like even for migraines, people say that this works, is microdosing them.
Microdosing, and then also to
Microdosing?
quit smoking cigarettes too, and to treat depression.
Well,
Yeah.
they
And
did that in
PTSD.
Beverly Hills. Actually, they're going through something right now where they want to stop smoking cigarettes in their city.
Stop smoking cigarettes.
Mm-hmm.
So
They want to
cigarette.
ban it.
They want to stop smoking cigarettes?
No, they
But-
want to ban cigarettes in Beverly.
Oh yeah,
Hills.
all cigarette sales. They want to
Yeah,
ban
yeah.
them.
You know what? Like for
All sales of tobacco products, not necessarily just
Yeah.
cigarettes, but tobacco products.
tobacco products.
pretty
everything.
much, yeah.
But they're okay with fucking smoking joints and shit.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
that's fine.
So that's okay.
that's fine.
So that doesn't
well,
cause.
if you think
I don't know if I don't know in
Because it's-
Beverly Hills if there's
I don't
any
get it.
actual like recreational dispensaries. I don't know that. There might not be.
They might not be, but you know what? They might go to the fucking town next door and
Well,
pick
of
up some
course,
shit.
that's how it happens.
yeah,
You know,
Have you guys watched the Fourth Kind movie?
the fourth kind. Yeah,
I don't
what's
know.
the fourth kind?
Oh, is it?
Dude, that one's a trip. That one takes place in Alaska, I believe, and it's I think that's the one. If that's the one where people would see right before they would get abducted, they would see a white owl outside their house.
Really?
Yeah, they would see a white owl outside of their
I never
window,
seen it.
outside of the door or whatever, and then that's when they knew that they were going to be abducted. And
Can you imagine like if you like wait like did they know or was it like you knew because you were watching the movie?
I knew because I was watching the movie, but after a while, those people knew because they would remember the white owl, and then they would remember like
Kinda
waking up
with a
From-
sore butthole.
with the sore butthole. Yes, so they wake up, and,
no spokes.
and so they would think it was like
Medallion.
they would think it was like a nightmare,
Yeah.
and then we'll wake up and they're like, "What just happened? Like, what was that?" You know. So it's an interesting movie for sure. So it's
What year was that?
I want to say it was like the recent, actually,
Really?
like 90s to early 2000s, around there.
Huh.
And
be
so
honest,
that they're so one of the conspiracy theories is that it was a government experiment, which that's
2009.
yeah. So
Mm.
which that's another thing too, with a lot of these alien abduction stories, like in the 50s, stuff like that. That I mean, if you think about LSD, government they'll
Well,
they'll,
they used
that was the
LSD
thing.
to like
Yeah, that
they'll
was-
experiment with
to
shit
tell the
with not
truth
even
and
knowing.
stuff like that, right?
No, even worse than that. What
Yeah.
they would do is like I don't know if they actually planned this or if they actually
MK
did
Ultra.
it. But they were
be right back.
they were drugging people with LSD
Mhm.
like outside of whorehouses.
Really?
Yeah, because like I mean, they figured who's gonna rat on themselves that they're going to a whorehouse and somebody gave them fucking LSD.
That's true.
So I don't know if that actually happened or if that was like a planned thing that was supposed to happen. But I mean, there's other fucking worse experiments that the government's done. The Tuskegee Airmen and
All
fucking
different
doing all
types.
kinds of
Yeah.
shit. Yeah.
All
Well,
different
crack
types.
too, right? They did that.
Yeah, depending on who you talk to.
Well,
Yeah.
true. Allegedly.
Yeah.
We'll
I mean,
put it that way.
depending on who you talk to, that they would say that. I've heard the theory of HIV being invented by government.
Oh, I heard that theory too before.
Yeah.
Too.
So, I don't know. It's again, anything's
Disease
possible,
is
right?
That's true. In this
Yeah.
world, anything is possible.
It's hard.
Anything is possible just to ruin mankind.
Yeah. I mean, we have
Popular.
seen some weird attempts at doing stuff like that. And that's kind of my thing. It's like I'm okay with listening to certain. I mean, because things that like things have happened in terms of attacks or falsified attacks.
Yeah.
To say that immediately that all of them are just, I mean, to me, just kind of makes it like, okay, like I'm probably not going to listen to you.
Right.
I mean, because if everything is a false flag, then nothing is, right?
Mhm.
I mean, it's like one of those things. It's like when you get enough emails marked urgent, then nothing is urgent.
That's true.
Exactly.
You know,
that's
Very
true.
So it's one of those things. It's like but I mean, that's not to say that I would immediately dismiss some of this stuff, but it's like sometimes people have these explanations that don't make any sense, right? That there's certainly easier ways to go about explaining things than, oh, government made them do it. Like, no, maybe this guy just was able to do it. Oh, well, why is this? Well, because of this. Like,
Some shit just gets out of control.
like one of them was that like I actually had a serious discussion with somebody about was like the Christchurch shooting. They were talking about like, oh well, this guy's shooting. Why can't you see the brass? I was like, dude, like the resolution is so low. Like
Yeah,
you can't see. You can't expect to see brass ejecting from the firearm.
Right.
Like, oh look, there was this guy in the room and he wasn't there before. It's like, well, he didn't turn that way. That's why you didn't see that guy. Oh, there was this thing on the
Wait,
ground. Like,
Are people talking about that was a hoax?
oh yeah, yeah, immediately.
Oh,
Like a
gosh.
lot of the times, that's like, and that I have a hard time. Like, I'll entertain some of the stuff just for like, for the value of analyzing things for shits and giggles. Uh,
Huh?
Oh no, you're good.
was like, what?
I'll entertain some of this stuff just for the just for the value of like listening to people's perspectives or maybe watching things over and seeing
like
things
the
that maybe I
pros
didn't see.
Mhm.
But not all the time, man. That shit just doesn't appeal to me.
So wait, so I was out of the room for a bit. How do we go from aliens to Christchurch shooting? Hey,
girl?
How you doing, sir? Carlos is in the
Conspiracy
house.
conspiracy theories and government,
Yeah, we just
government
started-
attacks
we-
them.
Yeah.
Everything's just falsified.
I see.
Yeah, so, but I mean, and then speaking of shootings, there was recently one in Colorado.
Right.
Yeah, dude.
It was a female, right?
Well,
Allegedly.
Wait, female?
A female?
That's what I heard. I don't know.
well,
So I heard it was two.
Was it?
female.
Oh, okay.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh. Whoa
the
there. Hey,
fuck?
hey. What's going on, man? Simmer down now.
Those
Yeah,
little hands.
look at these fucking handsome Steve Allen.
Sir, would you like some whiskey? Yeah, we need to get him a cup, sir.
What happened?
You should be.
Go in the house.
Well, yes and no. I mean, it is just cans of
yeah, I'll
Budweiser,
do
so
that.
it's mostly water anyway. So.
That's mostly water.
All right, it's piss flavored water. But anyway, you're probably right because it's disgusting. But yeah, so you won't hear. I don't think you'll hear too many more details about necessarily this the shooting. It won't get the attention that maybe some of the other ones have because
Right.
the narrative is doesn't really fit.
It does not fit. And there was a one of the kids that lunged at the shooter.
And
Kendrick.
And that's a shame. Is that that's of the coverage that has happened. There won't be too much mention of that young man.
And kudos to that man. God rest his soul. And also kudos to his classmates, to his fellow STEM classmates, that when they held a vigil for the kid, automatically it started becoming a political thing, right? About like gun control and this and that. And as soon as that started happening, the kids started walking out. They were like, "This is bullshit." Like they were saying like we're kids. We're not a statistic. Don't try to make this political. We're here to honor Kendrick.
Yeah,
You
and
know,
then not
right.
just that, but then later on they were outside and they were actually making chants about focusing on
health.
mental health,
Right.
which I think is important.
Is that what's wrong with them?
I mean, with anybody who has the capacity to be able to open fire in a school, just you have to be mentally sick to do that.
Yeah,
I mean, to kill multiple people or attempt to kill multiple
yeah, he
people,
attempted to.
you have to just be sick in the head, man. And it is a problem. I'll agree with that. That we do need to but make that kind of like a priority of like mental health. Like.
Yeah, but if it's I guess I have a different opinion on that.
Like, what's your opinion?
When I guess when the cogs are broken, like there's no fixing a lot of these kids,
Mm-hmm.
you know. And I don't know, honestly, I don't know what to do with those, because they. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, yeah, everyone could get help, but some people don't want it,
Yeah.
and then mentally, or they're not mentally strong enough to fix it.
Here's the thing:
You know.
is there's more to it than that. But there's not. If you look at the profile of many of these shooters, it's been middle class white boys
Yeah.
that have been medicated in order to treat a symptom of what that symptom is just, I don't know, being boys. Quite honestly, I mean, a lot of the times, like if I look back on it, like I probably think like, damn, like some of the stuff I did in school, like if I was going to school now, like I'd definitely be on medication. Like I would have been, because a lot of the times, and here's the thing too that has changed over the years from when we were going to school. Go to how many I mean, your kids go to school. How many male teachers do they have?
Dude, there's hardly any.
There's not that
That's
many.
true.
When I was in school, in elementary school, out of all the 6 years that I was there, I only had one male teacher. In high school, I had maybe two.
Yeah.
Yeah,
My
I would say
science
about the
teacher
same,
and Mike,
yeah.
Yeah, too.
Mr. Livingston.
I don't know. I think I had a pretty even amount.
Did you?
You did, yeah.
Yeah.
I think. I mean, but now it's not a thing. I don't think. I don't think it's as common.
Having a male teacher?
Yeah.
Like, what do you think that affects students? Like,
In terms of the discipline,
how does that? Yeah.
in terms of the discipline, the way it's handled, also it's the learning environment.
Mm-hmm.
Forcing kids to sit quietly and kind of like pay attention and not. I mean, it's hard. It for. I mean,
But
you have boys. I mean, you would know that it's much harder to have them sit still and
Definitely. I still have to. I have to school my kids, my boys, to understand that they have to respect women.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Oh, of
I
course.
understand, but
Right.
you're not trying to give them medication. You whoop their ass.
No, that's definitely true.
It's
Because
discipline. Yeah.
when Ryan was in kindergarten,
Mm-hmm.
the teacher told me, "Hey, your son should be on medication. He has ADD."
Yeah.
I'm like, no, I'm not gonna give him medication. How about if I change his fucking diet, you dumb fucking twat? Because that's no medication is not what it needs to be done.
I have a
But
friend.
that's
I have a
the
friend who was
easy
telling.
thing.
I have a friend who was telling me that
That's
that,
the easy fix.
That's
that
the easy
they.
fix.
I have a friend that was telling me that like he changed like at home, not just his kids' diet, but everybody's.
Yeah, everybody.
Like they limited their diet to like a lot
Exactly.
less sugar,
Oh
a
yeah.
lot less processed shit,
Right.
and like
right.
he's like, yeah, for her birthday, we took her out, and we noticed that like yeah, we took her out. She got ice cream, she had cake or whatever, and we noticed some of the same behaviors of acting up was coming back.
Right.
Yep.
You do.
Yep.
You do. I mean, the sugars, the processed foods, all that shit.
Sugar is a
It's
drug.
funny because just looking at the how different foods or whatever, even not even talking about food, say like video games or whatever,
Mhm.
you see what their how they think or what their different ideas are just by having say take something away. The only reason why I put this is because like my son,
Yeah.
like he was into video games and stuff like that, and then all of a sudden different moods came up. When I
Yeah.
took it away, that mood subsided. So I was like,
Mm.
okay, and I could see the same thing what he was talking about. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just-
Plus, it's the interaction too. The
Very
thing is,
true.
the thing is like the interaction in video games. Like, I know you don't let your kid use a headset, but he still hears like the chats and what goes on,
Oh, for
Mhm.
sure.
Oh, yeah,
and
for
he
sure.
sees how people like, dude, people on Xbox Live, they talk like fucking they're on the internet.
Oh
Yep,
yeah,
definitely.
Well, like you can't. Like I told my son, like I was like, well, are they cussing and stuff like that when you're on there? He's like, oh no, Dad. I was like, bullshit.
No,
Yeah,
they are.
they
cussing
are.
I
for
know
sure.
how the fuck I was when I was playing it. Like I know how. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like
It
yeah.
depends on the language
Depends
of the
on-
house.
Yeah. Plus, yeah, that's true.
It depends on the language of the house.
Fuck that. No, I'm just playing.
I understand. I got a fucking bad mouth. But, it depends on the language of the house. I've heard my oldest son, my 15-year-old son, cuss. You know, I'm like, what the fuck?
Were you appalled?
It's
why
a-
were you? Hold up. Why were you surprised?
Huh?
First of all,
Huh?
why were you surprised?
Because, dude, I've honestly I never heard him cuss until maybe a year ago.
Right.
And you know what, dude?
when did you first cuss?
When?
Yeah.
I think I was fucking coming out the womb cussing.
All right then. Okay then.
But I wasn't angry. I just said,
Yeah.
hey, you know what? Don't speak like that
Yeah.
because it's only gonna show how unintelligent you are. You know, 'cause
Yeah,
I'm
I
a
can
dumbass
see
and
that.
I'm gonna talk I'm gonna talk shit.
Mhm.
But don't be like that. You know, we
Yeah.
treat we want our kids to be a little better than us.
Right. Of
Oh
course.
yeah, of course.
Of course.
yeah.
So I mean, yeah, I'm not gonna lie to him and say, "Oh, cussing's the worst thing ever." No, it's like, you know what? Just some people, if you could express yourself
Mhm.
without cussing, you got a little bit more leverage than a lot of people out there.
Right.
Mhm.
That's it, you know. But yeah, you know what? And I tell my boy, you know, because he's playing video games, and we had a bad conversation one day about, you know, how he's antisocial. In a
Yeah.
sense, he's like, well, no, I talk to people at school. I go,
Yeah.
fuck. Well, okay. Well, that's just probably your five, you know, 5 or 6 friends that you talk to. But I hear you how you talk on you know, on the Xbox or the PlayStation, whatever. And you're all, you know, like, oh, I'm angry. This is stupid. You know, you should have covered me, whatever it is.
Yeah.
But you know what? You can't be like that.
Yeah.
Like outside the world, you shouldn't be like that. You should. People know when you're angry.
So
Yeah.
without
yeah.
saying it.
going back to, so he only has like maybe like 5 close friends or something, right?
Yeah, yeah, it's a couple
And
of friends.
that's not bad. I mean, that's not a bad thing to have 5 close friends only. I think what it is, like the whole like Instagram and Facebook thing, like getting likes. It's like, oh, I don't have that many followers, stuff like that. Like, so that means I'm antisocial. It's like,
Right.
if you have 5 close
No.
friends, that doesn't mean you're antisocial.
No, and that's the thing. But still, it's like I'm, you know, when you're the party you're gonna have, right? I'm bringing him here because he doesn't go anywhere. He doesn't want to go anywhere because he's just like, oh, I don't know what to talk. I don't know what to say. I'm like,
Yeah.
well, obviously, motherfucker, because all you want to play is video games.
Yeah.
So you know,
And you
let's-
know what to say there.
yeah, right.
Cover
so,
me.
So you know what? Let's just. I'm gonna start bringing you a lot more with me.
Yeah.
So you know
Yeah.
what? Hey, you listen to people and how people conversate
Right.
and have conversations and build different conversations. And,
Right.
you know, and how to start off or how to stop a conversation.
Like we're having right now. you know?
Exactly. And then these are the things that a lot of these kids don't know.
No,
They
that's
don't
true.
know.
It's
They
true.
just like, you know what? These parents just, you know, I understand. You know what? Hey, this is especially if you're like in California, the bigger states, New York, you know, Florida. Both parents got to work.
Dude.
Yeah.
They're just there. You know, they have to work, and then you know what? When they come home and they want to just fucking, you know, just chill.
They wanna
wanna
wind
relax,
down.
But that
and it's
doesn't
hard, you
happen,
know,
yeah.
because you know what? The kids have so much fucking energy,
Uh-huh.
and like, oh my gosh, I have to keep up with it.
I have a
And
solution,
then you know what? Some
Alex.
people, it's just, you know what? Just here's a video game. Here, go play. Oh, go play. And then you know, next thing you know, you're not being a parent.
You're not there.
You're not there. You're just like, okay, let the fucking game manage you. So
know-
you have this fucking game
Yeah.
manage this kid from 4 years old to 15. And what the fuck do you think is gonna fucking happen?
Do you know what the
Really?
solution is, Alex?
Playing all shooting games and shit. What the fuck do you really think is gonna happen?
Yeah. You know what the solution is?
Huh.
You need to do math, bro. So you can keep up with your kids.
All right.
When you
heard
get
it here
home-
first.
I'll lose weight. I'll lose my teeth. You know,
Hey.
the benefits are all there.
Hey,
Yeah, you won't have to go to the dentist because
That's
you don't have
true.
any teeth.
That's true.
true. Save
Fuck
money on
dental
the
plan.
Yeah, you save money.
What dental
that money,
plan?
that money that you save from dental plan, guess what you can buy more? of?
That's true.
Yeah.
Meth.
The Simpsons said it best. Dental plan. Listen to these braces.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And that's what happens.
It's a good
man.
plan.
Yeah. No,
it
it
sucks.
yeah,
it's sad.
it
it's
is-
sad.
It is sad
It's
and it
sad.
sucks. Yeah.
You know, it's really sad. And
Uh-huh.
you know, and I try to keep up with my boys.
Mhm.
I do. You know, it's like when I get home, I'm fucking tired. But you know what? Fuck it. Hey, I'm going to the gym. Let's go. Let's go. Get your fucking asses up. Let's go.
And it's funny though, because
Yeah.
that's why I had them playing the soccer thing every Friday. Because
yes.
I have like a week. I'll be like, "Hey, we're gonna train once a week because I want you to be out there and be like, 100%."
Could run around and do something, man.
I don't want you to be.
Exactly,
I don't want you to
exactly.
be that kid.
Here's
Yeah.
the,
You know what I mean?
Here's the thing too, is and a lot of people like, it's counterintuitive, right? And I mean, I need to go. I've been meaning to go back. It's just I need to make the time for it. But I remember when I used to work out, it's counterintuitive because like I was talking to the HR lady and she was having a conversation and she brought up that she goes to the gym before and she wakes up early as fuck and goes to the gym. People are like, "Aren't you tired?" She's like, "No, I get tired when I don't go."
You know,
That's
yeah.
true. That is very true.
For some people, it works that way. For other people, it doesn't.
Some people, yeah.
So
But mentally, it helps a lot.
Right.
Like,
It does.
even just like stress wise, like getting, just getting shit out. Like
It does.
It helps.
So Rebecca is not able to sleep unless she goes to the gym. She's like, I need to go to the gym or else I would not be able to sleep.
Yeah.
Because her schedule varies because sometimes she'll have overnights where she has to watch people sleep, or she'll have to work days where she has to look at those studies that she does.
Yeah.
So she's like, if I don't go to the gym, I have to, I cannot sleep. And God bless her heart. I mean, she tries to, keep me going. As far as going to the gym, that's the only time I go. Like whenever I'm over there in San Diego, like that's when I go to the gym.
Yeah.
But actually, I feel good like going. Like after a while, like I of course I take my pre-workout. I take my legal meth or whatever.
Oh, dude.
Yeah. And then
There used to be this fucking stuff called Jack.
Uh-huh.
And they changed the formula, but
see-
back then,
yeah.
fucking when we used to get that shit, dude, like I would get pissed if because the thing is I used to go with like 5 or 6 dudes, and that's the best because you can't not go.
Mhm.
Like the amount of shit that you would get
yeah.
for the rest of the day and then
wouldn't.
the next day,
Yeah.
wasn't worth it.
Whatever
So
that
it was
embarrassment was.
so
it's
it was
still
just better.
encouraging.
It was just better to go.
The
Right.
shit talking pushes you.
Exactly.
The
Exactly.
shit talking just it's like,
I
well,
mean,
you're
you're
being a
accountable.
little bitch.
Oh,
Come
yeah,
on.
it's like, come on, you motherfucker.
But there would be times where
Oh,
like some
yeah.
shit would happen and like
Whew.
we wouldn't get to go.
Bless you.
And like
Thank you.
people, you would take your fucking pre-workout and some shit would happen and you're just sitting there like, fuck, man. Like I just want to fucking go, but we can't go. Like,
Yeah.
it was just the worst feeling ever.
That's the
but
best, like,
That shit
when-
worked. That shit worked great.
When you have gym buddies plus the pre-workout, I mean that's the best kind of motivation.
Yeah.
Especially
that's
the,
true.
especially the shit talking.
Yeah,
So
that was the
So
worst.
I used to go with Darren Smith. Like he was my I'll call him my gym coach. And yeah, dude, like it was funny because I never went to the gym before this, and so he's like, here, I'm gonna give you your man card back. And so he started training me and we used to train at Planet Fitness, and so this is a no judgment,
Yeah.
no judgment zone place, right? And Darren's a pretty big dude, and this dude would just, he would squat a certain amount and like bench a certain amount, and of course, a bunch of weight on the bar or whatever, and it would make a lot of noise. And when you work out, you make some noise, right? You're like, "Huh," And one time they have they have this bell called, I forgot what the bell was called, but they would, if you were making a lot of noise or dropping weights, they would ring that bell, like trying to let you know, hey, you're being a douchebag in the gym.
Yeah.
It's like, well, and so one time they did that, and so they did that to Darren one time. He's like, we were like, what? I thought this was like the no judgment zone. What the heck
Yeah.
happened? Like.
That's funny.
But it's
That's
always
fucked up.
great to have someone to push you and
Definitely.
especially
Oh, yeah,
the shit
especially,
talking.
yeah.
The
Yeah.
shit, just
Oh.
a tool. You'll go to the gym just to avoid it.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Because he'd be like, come on, quit being a bitch. Come on.
That's
It's like-
true.
And I'd be like, oh, all right.
Yeah. Or sometimes when you're thinking
Peer
about it, you're like,
pressure, man.
fuck, I don't feel good.
Mhm.
Like you're just thinking about it. I'm like, but I'm gonna feel worse if I don't go.
Yeah.
And that's the best time to go. Like when you don't feel like going, but then you go, you feel super
Yeah,
accomplished.
because you're like, dude, yeah, I wasn't gonna go, but then I went. But
Yeah.
I've been not going
Yeah.
for a while. So.
4 days a week, man.
I've been not go-
4 days a week, man. I push myself.
Cool.
Yeah.
You go? Nice, man.
Yeah.
I just do cardio, bro. I gotta
Hey,
lose this.
Try lifting some weights though. That
That's
actually,
true.
that works a lot better than just cardio.
Well, the thing is, all I do is just like push-ups and pull-ups. And...
Yeah. See, I didn't used to like lifting weights only because, and it wasn't even like, for me, it wasn't
funny.
like I was intimidated by it. I just didn't want to get hurt.
Yeah.
But
Form is important.
But going with somebody like, and dude, you see that so much. Like, I learned a lot about like people that were doing it wrong.
Mhm.
Because you'd see them and it's like they'd be trying to put up all this weight and then like they'd go missing. Like you wouldn't see them and say, "Oh, this dude probably got hurt. He fucking hasn't been coming or whatever."
Yeah.
And it's like, dude, for what? Like, just lift less weight, but do it properly,
Right.
and don't fucking hurt yourself, and you'll go a lot farther
And
in the long term.
I think that's something that discourages a lot of people about going to the gym is they think like, well, what are people going to think about me? You know, like
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck when I'm there. I'm
yeah.
focusing on my workout. I don't give a fuck about what anybody else.
A lot
is
of people
doing.
aren't like you though. Like a lot of people, like they care about what people think about them. Like they'll be like, "Well, I'm only lifting this much. What are they? Oh, this guy's freaking weak." But the truth is, they don't really care. And
No.
I still like.
The way I look at it is
Yeah.
like, dude, props. Like I've seen some like really big people at the
Oh
gym.
yeah, dude.
And I'm like, damn, like that's good.
Props
You know,
to
good
you.
for them.
Heck yeah.
Like they should be here. Like
Absolutely.
good for them. Like I don't think like, oh, that fat ass is hogging up the fucking treadmill
Yeah.
and I need to use it.
And overall, I think that's the attitude in the gym. It's just not expressed as much.
It just
I think.
depends. It depends on what gym you go to too. That's a
Right.
big thing.
Mhm.
Because I mean, yeah, there's some like I do the one that I prepaid to go to. There was this one lady where, dude, like she would just bathe in fucking body spray and like was there in full makeup, which I've seen a lot and I never
like,
understood
wow.
that. Like I never understood that. It's like, dude, like what are you doing?
And the matching outfit.
Like if you're actually working out, like you do not want makeup on your face, or else your
No.
skin will go fucking turn into fucking
cake face.
Cake face.
just
Cake face.
melting.
Yeah,
I'm
it's like why would you do that?
Like- like
oh,
the-
because you're not working out. You're just here to look at the dudes. Like
Like
okay.
Raiders in the Lost Raiders of the Lost Ark.
when the guy's face. starts
Yeah,
moving.
it's like
yeah,
just go
so
to the
fake.
workout,
It's
just
freaking
do it.
works.
Just
But-
do it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Dude, I forgot what I was watching, but there was this theory of like, okay, Indiana Jones is pretty much useless in all the movies you watch.
Mhm.
Because basically, if Indiana Jones wasn't in the movie of Raiders of the Lost Ark, then a Nazi was still. They would still open up the Ark of the Covenant. They would still
Yeah.
open it up and die. So what was the point of Indiana Jones being there?
just
No.
yeah,
Yeah. True.
He's a useless hero.
pretty much.
He's just there to provide, I guess, a story,
An entertainment value.
Have
entertainment
you guys
value.
watched that new Avenger movie?
No,
No,
I heard Ant-Man goes up Thanos' butt and then just
it gets bigger.
gets bigger.
Gets bigger.
Is that how it
Rip
ends?
some new asshole.
That's how it ends, right?
Yeah.
That's what I heard.
Nice.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck they're
I
having
wrong?
over there.
They have a little powwow over there.
I know. I heard my name.
Yeah, my name.
I heard my say my name.
But have you-
Are you used to dude saying your name?
Wow.
No.
Oh,
But
just saying.
Shit.
I know. That fucking was getting it quick. Fucking Alex. Let me have some more fucking
You
You
should.
want Rittenhouse or you want Pikesville?
No, Pikesville.
So when the aliens come down, they don't, you don't
I don't.
feel
I
them
don't feel the
raping
probe
you.
or what.
Warmed up.
Fuck.
He's still asleep. He's like, this guy's not even waking up.
Fuck.
This is our best subject
Yeah,
ever.
yep. This is the best subject ever.
He wakes up with a certificate next to him, abductee of the month.
Yeah, picture
Oh, that's fucking wow. Wow. Wow.
Wow.
You got a trophy. What's this trophy for?
Dude.
Oh fuck.
It's like when we have to be in this. It's like when we used to be in this fool's fucking garage and shit. We used to have fucking all those pictures and shit.
Yeah.
Dude, you have to.
The wall of shame.
I still have them.
Do you?
Yeah.
Other
Do we?
pictures?
Yeah.
Dude, oh.
I still have them.
I gotta see those
They,
pictures.
someone, I don't know, man. I had them in a box in the garage, and then
Right.
somehow they got wet, and some got kind of damaged.
Yeah.
Right.
But they're still pretty good. I can
Dude.
get them fixed.
I forgot who I was talking to,
I
but
still have Carlos's one. Remember we went to Six Flags,
oh, the
and
one
then
with the
he was sitting
beard.
next to Chewy. Yeah, I still have that one, bro. I was like, oh shit, that motherfucker's still ugly.
Like a leprechaun.
The feel.
That's
thing.
real. Like,
I
fuck.
forgot. I forgot who I was talking. I was talking to this group. I forgot. Who I was
I
talking
got IBS just looking at that picture. It's crazy.
to. IBS, irritable bowel syndrome.
Yeah, it's like, oh,
Jeebus.
fuck, give me the
Wow.
shits.
Wow.
That's when you know you're old. IBS.
Gave me the shits. I was like, oh,
Old
shit.
man lingo. Wow.
Wow.
But I was talking to these people. I forgot who I was talking to, but we're talking about like being so close with friends that you're like at someone's house when they're not there, just chilling, and they're like, yeah, I was just chilling there, and then and then my buddy got home from work. They're like, what are you doing here? I was like, well, it's like, well, have you ever been to someone's house and thrown a party while they're not there?
He shows up and he's like, okay, give me a beer.
Dude, it's like, hey, buddy, we threw a party. You're not invited.
Here's the thing
My
about
own
that
house.
Here's the thing about that party is we didn't throw that party. It wasn't on purpose.
It was.
Yeah, it just happened.
It was,
was.
dude. Like
It
we didn't
did.
tell
So
anybody,
the original plan was it was supposed to be a hotel party.
and then
No, that was Nancy's shit.
yeah.
That's
Yeah,
what we're
that
talking
was-
about.
That's what we're talking about.
That
yeah.
got dissolved quickly.
Fuck yeah, cause we fucking bounced that shit. 'cause it was weak.
Oh yeah.
Oh no, yeah, that was a different time. Then I'm thinking of a different.
No,
time.
you're talking about a different time. That's when I had to call David
Yeah,
to
yeah,
open
yeah.
the fucking
Yeah,
garage.
yeah, yeah.
Oh,
And
no,
said,
no.
hey, dude, I'm fucking with fucking around with somebody else right now, and you gotta fucking you gotta be host.
You
He's
gotta
all
be
like,
host.
what? Oh, fuck.
But you know, David used to come out and then fucking go back.
Yeah, he would go
inside.
back in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
And
know.
we'll just wait until you get home. And
That's
you're
what-
like,
that's
oh,
what we
that
call-
your
He
dad.
did.
So
That-
calm Daisy.
That or your dad would come.
Yeah, my dad would
Just
come
judge-
out.
Your dad would
Yeah.
party with us all the
All
time.
right,
Yeah.
cool.
I was like, what the fuck?
Well, I had to go to work at 3:00 in the morning. I was like, "You're fucking crazy." It's like fucking.
You know who else
12
would party?
o'clock,
You know who else would party with us? Lola.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh,
Lola,
That bitch
yeah.
used to get drunk.
Lola. Lola and White Sox.
White Sox.
Lola used to get drunk.
Oh yeah, Lola would get drunk.
The
Fuck.
black pits, bro. That's what I'm saying.
Pit bulls are the best dogs.
Fuck
Fight
yeah,
me.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
They're
Fight
awesome.
me. I don't care what you
They're
say.
good
Come
dogs.
at me, bro.
It
Fuck.
My
was a
gosh.
good parties, bro. It was a
Good
good
times.
party.
It
Good
was.
times.
It
man.
was good times.
I still talk about those things, those days. I was like, what the fuck? It's like, have you ever been to a party and it was at your house, but you weren't even there?
Yeah.
Like,
You
should've
didn't even
been.
know what's happening.
Shit, have you ever been to a party where you wheelbarrow it out of it?
yeah, it's true.
Nah.
It's like, have you ever been to a party where someone got alcohol poisoning and ended up in a wheelbarrow and then somehow ended up at the hospital?
But in between going to the hospital, trying to suck his own dad.
Yeah, it's like his own dad and talk shit to all the nurses that were trying to help us keep him alive.
What they say-
allegedly.
What they say? They're like, he called us everything in the book except for nice white ladies.
Yeah.
That's golden.
That's horrible, dude. I still feel
Good
bad.
times.
I still feel bad about that. I was like,
I'm sure they had fun.
huh?
I'm sure they had fun.
I'm pretty sure.
The way they described it, it seemed like they enjoyed it.
Good thing they didn't have like your cell phones back in the day. You know,
I know.
Like,
Dude,
There you
on,
go.
like
would've-
Facebook.
we
and-
would incriminate ourselves.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh, tell me about
yeah.
I
it.
think we would incriminate ourselves.
Yeah.
Oh fuck yeah! I think you were talking about that earlier,
Oh.
right? Yeah.
Your party alone at your house, dude.
Savagery.
Your folks' house. That shit-
No,
Oh no, we're cool.
good.
We got some whiskey, bro.
Some fucking absolute savagery.
Dude,
oh
that
my
was
gosh, that party was
horrible.
insane.
Dude, we
Mother's
filled up,
love.
dude, we
That's
filled
all
up
I
a whole
remember.
we filled up a whole fucking recycling trash can full of beer bottles. Like that's how crazy.
I think it was more than just a recycling. I think it was a regular trash can.
No. We filled up the recycling one and then had to get rid of them. Like we were like,
Yeah, we
You know
had to
what?
get rid
you know
of
what's funny? I remember with chumps when you used to fucking when you guys rode in this fucking thing. With
Oh,
the mad
his head.
face.
No, we rode all over his face.
Yeah,
right?
like how funny.
And then the back of
funny.
his, but he woke up and he was pissed and on his face, so he washed his face and he thought he was cool. He's like, he's mad. He was like,
I drew a Homer Simpson on the back of his head, and he used to have a crease, and that shit. I made like an angry Homer Simpson on the
That's
back of his
awesome.
head.
That's
he didn't
awesome.
even know.
You didn't even know that shit.
That
was
was awesome.
fucking hilarious.
Just
Oh my
walking
God.
around,
That was
Fuck.
too
trying to be
fucking-
cool.
You know what?
Yeah.
It was fucking awesome.
It was
It
good
was.
times.
Dude,
was.
it was fine.
We could have died a couple of times, but
We
you
could've.
know what?
But
It was
fucking awesome,
awesome.
though.
I would do it all over again.
Hell yeah, I would.
Yep.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah,
I'm just
Fuck yeah.
saying.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
our poker games. We took pictures of. We're dumbasses, but like I said, the good thing is it wasn't on social media. But we took pictures of all of our IDs, plus like the chips, plus whatever drugs and paraphernalia that was in there. It's like wow.
Some
With-
alleged.
Allegedly.
drugs.
Allegedly.
It's like, with our IDs there.
Yeah.
That was
What
a
the heck?
long time ago. Stupid.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I'm so glad.
I just remember the
survived.
fucking bird with the fucking thing.
Oh, Petey?
Dude, somebody's car got stolen.
Yeah. I remember.
That's how you know it's a real party. You walk out and your car's gone.
Car's gone. Bird died.
Bird died.
The bird wasn't. Yeah. The
It's
bird.
not a party until fucking somebody's car gets stolen.
I know.
Yeah.
It's not a party until somebody gets socked.
That's true. That's true.
Oh my gosh.
Oh fuck!
That shit was too fucking funny.
Damn.
I don't know about you guys, but on that note, I think I'm ready to
Yeah.
call
I
it.
think we're good.
Yeah.
All right,
Before
guys.
before it gets too far down the rabbit hole and we start revealing way too much.
Yes.
Yeah.
All
You guys
right,
have a
guys.
good week.
Thanks
Peace.
for joining us.
All right. Later.
Bye, you guys.